Hey guys, it's Zacharyedward. Welcome back to my channel. So today we have a one branded tutorial. My first one branded tutorial ever. I've always liked the idea of like one branded tutorials just because I love to see like the essence or like what you can create using just products from one brand. So like the eyeshadow, the liner, the lips, the contour, the blush, all is Dragun Beauty today. So full disclaimer, if you guys do use the code Zacharyedward, I will be getting some coin for that. So if you want to support your boy and you want to get some money off of Dragun Beauty and you see something in this tutorial that you really like, don't be afraid to use my code. Don't be afraid to go over to the website and grab a little sound. Let them know I sent you. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this grungy blue smoky eye, then just keep on watching. Alright, so let's get started. So the first things that I use are the Dragun Beauty color correctors. I use the color, does it have a name? No, just green and orange. Okay, so I use the orange one first. I like to mix this with my concealer and then use that wherever I get like facial hair, like nasty facial hair, because I hate when you can see that through foundation, and this orange is perfect for it. I just like using a concealer because it kind of makes it more of like a salmony color, but it just does the job. And then I use the green one a little bit here where I get red, just to calm that down and you don't see it through my foundation. So I normally use my finger. You can see how it still has that orange in it, but the concealer just kind of like makes it more of like a skin tone, and it gives a little bit more coverage, so that's why I like to mix it with my concealer. And then sometimes I get even green right here, so I'll start putting it on the outside of my face, all the way over here. So I take the green concealer and then I put that on the same ring finger and I kind of just tap it where I would get red, mostly on my nose is where I notice it the most. I don't know what's wrong with my nose, if I have like broken capillaries or something, or whatever is there, but my nose tends to be really red. And that's normally how I'll start it. It'll be kind of redundant because I like to put blush right there anyway. This is just so I get an even, all over even tone whenever I put on my foundation. Alright, so we're just going to take the new Dragun Beauty Translucent Setting Powder. This is in the color Invisible, and I'm going to use that to set all of these areas. I'm going to take my one size puff, and I'm just going to go in. You guys, this powder is so good. It's so like finely milled and smooth, but it gives some kind of like extra coverage. I don't know how it's this smooth and gives coverage, but it works so nice. So now I'm just going to go with my foundation to cover everything up. You guys, I know that my background is a little bit plain and the video is a little bit different quality than we're used to, but I thought, like, I have my Sony, I want to play with it more, I want to see what I can do with it, and I'm kind of just testing myself to see what I can do with the Sony. I want to learn how to use this camera a little bit better because I normally just have a point and shoot, autofocus, and that's it. Like, I just want to play with settings more and try this. I am working on my background since it is so plain. I have a little plan for it, but I'm just waiting to fully realize it before I start like putting it together because I don't want to waste money. But I feel like I have a cute little lifestyle background here going on. Alright, I know I look really crazy and dewy right now. That's because I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation because I like later in the day for the luminosity to kind of go through the powder. But as you can see, I did my cream contour, cream blush, foundation, and I haven't said anything yet. I just look really crazy. So we're going to go in and we're going to use all three of the Dragun Beauty translucent powders. So the first one I take is the color pink. And I'll take, this is my Huda Beauty Face Build-In Buff Brush, and I'll tap it into this triangle side, and I use the pink right under my eyes. I don't know if it's just me, but I can literally smell like a subtle fragrance in the powder, and it's kind of bomb. But I'll do the pink under my eyes because I still want it to be bright, even though I am pretty pale. I still like the pink to have a brightening effect under my eye. I just like that look. Honestly, this powder is so bomb. Pores, where? Literally the most pore blurifying powder ever. So now I'm going to go in with Invisible, and we're going to take that same brush, and we're just going to powder everywhere that I didn't powder before. It's crazy that this powder is so thin, but it looks so blurring on the skin. Because even though I do use quite a lot of powder for someone who's dry, it's because I like to look matte at the beginning of my makeup and then later on like the natural shine come through. Look how good that looks. But a thin powder like this that blurs, this is so good. Alright, so finally we're going to take the yellow powder. I want to contour this a little bit more, kind of like reverse contour this and set right here. Because I want it to be a little bit brighter, but I don't want it to be like more bright than where the pink was. So we're just taking that, we're going straight under the contour. Alright, so now we're gonna use my favorite product. Literally, this has to be this is the best product, literally from Dragun Beauty. This is what I use all the time. You can see that this is well used. I love the face palette. The face palette is literally so bomb. It makes the most carved out cheeks, most tan, contoured face. It's so, so good. So what I'll do is I'll just take this like bigger Laura Mercier brush, and then I'll go into the color Femme, and I just start bronzing the entire face. You guys, how is your 2021 going? Do you feel like it's a new year? I don't think that whenever, like on New Year's Day, I didn't really feel like it was a new year. I kind of just felt like, I don't know, everything felt kind of the same. But yesterday, the first Monday of January, I really felt it. I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but the new year's here. There's a reset. There's a full-on reset. Like I felt new. I felt like I had new goals, or like I wanted to accomplish the goals that I already have. My face has come together now. It's coming together. All right, so I'm gonna take my nose brush. This is a Sigma medium angled shading brush, and I go into Femme, and I just start carving my nose. I don't like a super dramatic anything. I kind of just like everything to blend together. But now this is where the snatchery comes in. So we're gonna take this color right here. This is Surge. I know it looks dark. It looks really dark. But if you use a little bit, it's so pigmented. If you just use a little tiny bit, it works bomb. So I'll literally just take my brush and go like this. And I'll only go on the innermost parts of my face. I think just because most of the time if I do my makeup, it's for photos, it's for Instagram, it's for something, I like to go a little bit more in just so you can see it on photos, like say if there's a flash or something like that. I'll do a little bit of extra contouring and work that's a little bit darker than me just so it looks seamless. Like look at that with the powder and the contour. And the biggest thing that I love to do with it, well, two, I go under my jawline, behind my ear, and this just, extreme snatch. Okay, you see that? And then I'll even take a little bit, tiny bit, and just go to the bottom of my nose. This is what will give your nose like that lifted effect, is if it's kind of like that pixie nose effect where it's lifted, but without the surgery, therefore Surge. So again, I'll take that same brush and I just go into BB Girl and I just place it where I want my blush. That's why I love this palette so much, because literally it has all the colors that I need that are perfect for me to do contour, blush, highlight when I want to wear it. It just looks good. And then normally I don't like a lot of highlight on my cheeks, but I'm going to take T-Girl and just lightly do that right here. Because lately I feel like I like the peachiness of it, and the little bit of glow that it gives is cute. It's not like overbearing, and it doesn't really emphasize texture. It just looks like a nice, subtle golden sheen with some peach, which is really nice. And I don't know about you guys, but blush literally gets eaten on my skin. So by the end of this, if I didn't put on this extra layer of blush, it would have been gone. And then next we take silicone, and I just put that on my ring finger, and I put that on the tip of my nose. Look at that, look at that! Boom. And just to make sure everything is super smooth, super face-tuned, blurred, like no face-tune needed face, we're gonna take the Dragun Heart Transformation Powder. I like mixing the pink and the yellow. And I just take a dome-shaped brush like this and kind of blend it under. I like doing that after my blush because you can see that the blush is like really strong right here, and then the face powder kind of takes it down a little bit, but there's still a little bit of color right there. So you still get the blush effect, but it's super, super smooth. So this is the only product I haven't tried yet from Dragun Beauty. This is the Forever Fantasy Setting Spray. I've heard the rumors. Apparently it smells just like Nikita. It's supposed to be a little bit overbearing. People say it's a lot. People say they're using it as a perfume, but I'm gonna try it and see. Like, I've literally had Nikita's wig in my face, and it smells just like her. Like, this is crazy. How did she get a $400 perfume in this little bottle and then selling it for how much it is? It gave like a nice little dew to the skin, but it still looks super smooth, like whenever I put the powder on. Sometimes I feel like whenever I use the setting spray, it can kind of like I don't know, sometimes it like clumps up with the powder and it'll kind of just leave like this layer, but this one looks like it sinks in. Wow. Nikita might have did something with this one. Alright, so I'm gonna try something a little bit different because whenever I change, I'm gonna be wearing a outfit that's like blue and red. And normally I would gravitate towards colors like the Fantasy Volume 1 palette, but I think to match the outfit, I'm gonna do something with the Fantasy Volume 2 palette. Normally I'm not like a blues kind of person. I do go more for like the purples and the nudes and stuff like that, but today we're gonna try this, especially these two. Like I'm really about these two right now. So we're gonna take the Dragun Beauty liner and I'm gonna shape out something really quick. So we're gonna try this. I really like this liner because it's so thin and so black and the point on it is just bomb. So this is the initial shape I'm going for, just something simple like this. I'm gonna fill it in and kind of blend it out. And then with that point on the brush, it made it super easy just to kind of like get that flick. So I'm gonna take a small little brush like this. This is the Anastasia A14 brush. And then we're going with the color Baked Baddie. And I'm kind of just gonna diffuse the top of where I made that liner. I want it to stay as close as possible to the line. Also, being this close to the mirror and looking at my skin looks flawless. Like literally no pores. I'm high-key shook. I think it's because I haven't tried this powder yet with this foundation specifically. So even though it's dewy, like normally with like a dewy foundation you see texture, you see pores, but this one is just out. Like it's, you literally can't see anything. And I think I'm gonna take, this is a Morphe M506 brush and then go into the color Ditzy. And then we're gonna blend that out a little bit. And even though there is kickback on the pan, and I'm not using this on a wet base, this is a dry powdered concealer as my base, there's no fallout. It's just sticking to where I put it. There we go. Okay, after I broke the first kind of layer of the eyeshadow, it became really pigmented. There is a little bit of fallout there, so let me wipe that off and then do some powder really quick because I don't want this blue to get on my foundation. Alright, so now that we have the powder down, I'm just going to go in and start stamping this in the crease, or on my lid, up to where we made that crease line. Okay, I know I said that I wanted to do more of a graphic eye, but I've been doing this like glam grunge vibe lately. And then, you know, when you just keep blending and how it just kind of ends up turning into a smoky eye, that's what happened. But I really like the way that it looks. It's very like burst of blue, but then like grungy and smoky on the outside. It feels very me right now, so I'm just gonna stick to that. You guys, I can literally still smell that setting spray. It's like, it's not a bad smell. It literally smells so good. And I'm like, ooh, I keep like coming back and being like, what do I smell? What does that smell? And it's this setting spray. It's literally so good. I think to make that a little bit more grungy, I'm gonna take the color Aquarius. And it's that green color that's on there. I'm gonna take my finger and just push it down the middle. Speaking of Aquariuses, I'm like talking to an Aquarius right now. If you're an Aquarius, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what that's like, because I'd be hella confused sometimes. I'd just be like, wait, what? Because I'm a Pisces, so I literally just like feed off of emotion and I'm crazy. So talking to an Aquarius, it's a learning curve for me. I'm having to very much deal with my stuff to work this one out, which is good. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. I'm actually really grateful for it, but I can't read their mind. Like every other sign, I know exactly what they're feeling. I know exactly what they're going to do before they do it. But Aquarius, it's like nothing. I have no idea what's going through their head. So I'm just like, what the fuck do you do? What do you do when you're talking to an Aquarius? Hell, please give advice in the comment section down below. And while you're in the comments, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera and then I will be right back. Okay, so we have a look coming together. I just did the other eye off camera. I added some freckles, a little bit more blush. So now we're gonna do the lip. So since this is more of a glam, grungy type look, I think I'm gonna keep all the focus on the eyes and do a nude lip. I'm gonna take, this is HORECHATA, and then I'm gonna take the lip liner in number 2. You guys look how big these lip liners are. And I've used this a lot. This is one of my favorite lip liners right now. Look how long that is. You get so much, and these are so cheap. So these liquid lipsticks stay on all day. So I like to put this one first and get the color on my lip and then kind of let it dry down. I know it matches my skin tone right now, but we're gonna do a more like contoured nude lip. So I'm just gonna let this nude dry down first, and then we'll go in with the number 2 pencil. So you can see I only really overline the top of my lip because it doesn't have that cupid's bow shape that I want. So I just overline it, and then I go to the Vano and then trace this. So we have more of that contoured lip shape. And as you can see, that's like the perfect nude contoured lip to go with this eye. It's a little bit more cool tone because I used more of the 2 all over, but I think it works. I love the way this looks together. All right, so I'm about to go and I'm gonna do my lashes, I'm gonna do my hair, I'm gonna put on a new outfit just so it kind of vibes together, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the final look. I got on the lashes, did my hair, put on this new Playboy X Misguided Varsity Collection sweater, giving you very bully at the school, goth boy at the school, smoke cigarettes under the bleachers type vibes. That's the vibe. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comment section below if you like one branded tutorials. I've always liked the idea of one branded tutorials and just seeing like what a brand's essence can be, like what kind of look you can get from just their products alone. And I absolutely love the way this turned out and the way it looks. I feel very fierce, very fierce. I'm living the fantasy. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.